When people come to you they be like, man, I just need a single. Do it feel like a damn nigga? You just so I'm just supposed to fix your career?
Yeah,
like
not right now, cause nowadays like I kind of
like
hate hearing
that.
that.
You know it's coming.
Like, yo, I just need that rhythmic smash. Like, man, listen, bro, you might want to you might want to hit up one of these other dudes because I'm the type. You know what I mean?
Welcome to season 2 of Iman Amongst Men. This show that takes an honest look at what it is to be a man in today's world.
We don't shy away from topics most people are too afraid to talk about. We're going to take it all the way there.
It's season 2, y'all. Let's get it. Welcome to Iman Amongst Men, presented by UNINTERRUPTED. I'm Iman Shumper, here with my big brother Ari. Ari, gonna give a what up to the people.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Ari, and today we got one of the most successful producers in the game right now.
Let's get it.
He's a 10-time Grammy nominee, 4-time winner. Give it up one time for Hit Boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, God. Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
And don't worry, we usually got an audience button that be going nuts, but it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's a whole
love,
new
man.
setup.
I feel the love anyway.
Oh,
man.
no, we're going to do it. We're going to give you the live shit. I'm just letting you know, if you came back and had your headphones on, you be able that shit get crazy. That shit gets crazy. Hey, man, the theme of today's episode is a musical chameleon. You've gotten to work with all type of artists, different genres, different points in their careers. Talk about how you approach everything differently.
I mean, I just approach it really as a fan first, you know what I mean? Just a fan of music, a fan of the artist that I'm working with. And I just try to really get in that zone and give them some music that I feel like they would sound good on. That's what it kind of boiled down to. Like, I ain't trying to force my sound or my world onto nobody. I'm trying to meet them in the middle, something that's like, you know, aesthetically pleasing musically to me, but then also is going to appeal to them. Is
it sending like strips of a beat first? Like, do you want to send them something simple and then build to it, or is it like building something orchestra worth of shit and then telling them to strip it down?
It's been both. You know what I mean? Earlier in my career, like I feel like I could have had a lot more placements even as a young producer, but I had to learn to strip my music down. You know what I mean? Like one of the biggest songs I ever produced was Niggas in Paris, and to me that's one of my most simple beats. You know what I mean? Like, well, with that beat, when I first sent it to Kanye, it was I had like some keyboards over it. I had a bunch of other stuff going on. He stripped all that shit away. I'm looking like nigga, like, you know what I mean? As a creative, you like, damn, I was trying to get that off, but you just learn that simplicity, man. It's really key.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that shit. What else did you have on the motherfucker? Like,
on
Niggas in Paris.
I had like some brass and some other synths and just a bunch of just different shit going on. Yeah.
And you ain't never take that and put it toward nothing?
Nah, I ain't never did nothing with it. I mean, after Kanye stripped away, I'm like, it must not be shit, you know?
Right.
But if you saying, like, I'm just, you know, diving into your, you know what I'm saying, your shit as a creative, when we talk about your catalog, I don't think you should let anything go to waste, especially not if he stripped that much shit down.
But that's the thing, I still got all my beat sessions from like 06, 07. So at some point, even just with you bringing that to my, you know, thought process right now, I'm pretty sure within the next couple months, I'm going to be like, you know what I mean? Nah, for sure. I'm going to figure out some way to flip that shit. I still like, do that too. Like, I have random times when I might not be the most inspired to just come with a fresh idea. I'll just go through some shit that might have been sitting for 10 years, 9 years, like, and then revamp it. I didn't sold beats or put beats on the knot. I just did 4 Nas albums in the last 2 years. Some of them joints was joints I revamped that I've been had that at whatever point I was at, I wasn't able to finish. But now it's just like, I'm just tapped in. Like, I feel like this shit like clockwork at this point.
You probably got so many now patterns and shit saved of different sounds.
Thousands, man.
You could get to any sound now. Like, that's insane.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy to me. Like, the fact that y'all build so many different beats, and you could touch so many different genres of music within one song is crazy nowadays.
Do you ever you feel like you have more success building something with an artist from scratch, or handing them a beat like, yo, go off?
Man, I've had it both ways, man. Like I've had it where I just like email something, didn't even think twice. Niggas in Paris was email, bro. Like going back to that, when I was doing work on Watch the Throne, I had other songs that I had did with Jay-Z, Kanye vocals on and multiple songs. None of them songs went nowhere. The beat that I emailed ended up being the joint, like the biggest joint on Watch the Throne. So it's like that's just a perspective again, bro. Like you can't ever get caught up on thinking there's one way to do it. But then flip side, you know, just for so long, as much stuff as I did after Niggas in Paris, people only thought of me as that. They only thought like, you know, I do club joints or trap type beats, but it's like, bro, I've been doing R&B shit. The first beat I sold was on J-Lo, you know what I mean, in 07, like the first on some professional label type stuff. So having an opportunity to work with Nas, that just like opened people's eyes, like the hip hop community, just the world period, that like, damn, he deeper than just a club producer. They just try to put me in that box, but you know, I've been blessed, bro. I've had singles, I had email hits, I've had shit in person, but for me, it's just like, I just want to make music, however that shit come along, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fire, shit. You want to tell us about your upcoming project?
Nah, for sure. Yeah, my shit, you know, called Surfer Drown. My label is called Surf Club. That's something that's been like around for a minute. Like if you go back and listen to old certain Drake freestyles, he shouted out Surf Club. My nigga Chasing Cash. Like it's just something we've been building. It's just been a lifestyle thing, and now I'm really just embracing the whole shit going forward. I got
the surf thing.
Surf Club. Yeah. The album Surfer Drown. So it's like a sink or swim concept. Like, you know, I talked about this on a couple like interviews and podcasts, but I had like some real times after my success where I had to figure it out again. I'm talking about going back to damn near rock bottom for real. So it's just like, you know, I really had to learn like, nigga, to surf or drown. Like it's like, you know what I mean?
Straight up, nah, I hit. Yeah.
Right.
Nah, I hit, yeah. That's raw though. I ain't got no surfboard. But I feel you though. That sinking
that's
shit.
Some Cali shit.
That sinking shit is out the window.
Nah, for sure.
Y'all make surfboards?
No, we don't, because when we started it, bro, we was like 16, 17 surf club. It was like 5 of us, and it was more so like young niggas hanging out at the mall getting at girls, and we was like, man, this shit just sound wavy. Surf club, we gonna run with this shit. That's all. You know what I mean?
Put it on a shirt.
Yeah,
put it on the shirt. We started shouting it out in the music. You know what I mean? A couple of the homies, my nigga Chili Chill, BC, like we just really started pushing it through the music.
That's hard. I just like the cool little concept, because a lot of motherfuckers just got shit. They're like, I just thought it sounded raw. Like,
exactly.
Shit's cool. Like, you know.
I mean, usually that's how shit comes up.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. But it sucks because you can't do no story to it. Like you can do a commercial about them surfing and they could get to the motherfucking water and say they don't know how to surf.
He got extras.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, I know, but I smoke. So. Talk about the process of making a track from the beginning. I know it ain't got to be your favorite, but
just making what?
Like making, like help us. I can't make a beat. Yeah, I mean, let me be a producer for a second.
Man, it's crazy because I approach everything like when I first sit down and make a beat, like I want to just like have it be like the rawest form of just creativity. So I don't come at it from a, you know, with all the knowledge that I have. I try to just like mess around, like, and keep that essence of like trying to figure it out. Then once I get a bass, then it's like the hit boy that I am now kicks in and I can get technical with it. But I feel like I'm the least technical producer ever, bro. Like everything I've done, it's just been just literally organic. It's just raw. Like I'm not like trying to make a hit. Like them shits just become what they become. Like I feel like, you know what I mean? Like I don't consider myself, even though I've produced pop stuff, like I don't consider myself a pop producer. I'm just a motherfucker that love music and it just be lining up for me.
I like that. Real talk. Like
no genre.
I'm a like the times that I've been in the studio, I'm a guy that'll sit over the producer's shoulder and shit. And I've always been interested in like, what do they lay first? Like, do they want to do drums first? Do they want to do strings first? Do they let somebody like, I knew this one producer, he wouldn't do nothing until the like either a bass player or a guitar player or
lay something.
Yeah, he want to hear them do something and they'll be like, what I'm going off of, and he'll get them like something so simple. Like,
no, I mean, that's the thing about creativity, man. You can't box nobody in. Everybody gonna have their way, and I don't feel like one person is right. What matters is like when you press play back, what it sound like, you know what I mean? The average person, they not gonna be like, how did you make this shit? What was it made on? They don't really care. Only people that's in music is gonna really kind of care about that. You know what I mean?
What's the like, you was like a kid that was just like boom on the table and shit?
Not necessarily, bro, because I wasn't even trying to be a producer. I was rapping first, you know what I mean? And I end up meeting kids around my age, like 14, 15, who was like, you know, getting setups. Like this is like rare, like 01, 02, 03 for a nigga to have a whole setup in a bedroom, you know what I mean? With you could record, you could make the beat. Niggas had the desktop to print the CDs, the CD label. Everything was being made straight out the room. And I transitioned into that from just, all I had was a notebook. You know what I mean? I didn't even have no place to record until I started meeting these other kids who was locked in. I took what they was doing and just kept it going, you know what I mean?
Right.
There was people that I used to look at like, man, I'll never be good as this dude. And I don't even know how I can even find these motherfuckers right now. You know what I mean? It's just like.
It'd be like that.
Yeah,
it'd be like that, man. Yeah. So what's your workspace like? Are you like everybody get the fuck out the studio type when you
It just
create?
Depends, yeah. It depends. Like again, that's another thing. Like everybody gonna have their own vibe. I feel like personally, I'm gonna get my best shit done if I'm dolo. Because that's just my track record. Like most of the beats that people love from me, it wasn't like a super planned out session. Like it's just some shit, the rawest form of what I was doing, and I just built on it with an artist. You know what I mean? But I could work in whatever environment for real. But I'm gonna just say I feel like my best stuff come when I'm just dolo.
Even in that, like I've seen producers that like, is that a thing for all of y'all that is like that your ear, like. You can't listen to loud music. Like when we not around, like I be hearing producers, like producers say that like when the artists leave, like they turn the music like super low and get a ear arrest because they just like
it's the art. And I feel like when you turn it low, you could just really, really hear the nuances of everything, and you could just know like, okay, that need to sound better. This could be better. You know what I mean?
You see what I'm saying? Like we'll make it louder and be like, so I can hear it. They'll turn it low.
It's a technical thing.
Because he's trying to look for certain, certain
shit. 100%. I'm saying if I was trying to look, I would turn it up. Like I've never understood. Like I feel like it's just something that is like.
No, that's natural.
It's like a football player and a basketball player. It's like you don't expect them. Like I don't get where it meets for them.
For me, like when I turn it loud, it's more about how is it hitting me? How is the vibration? What is it feeling like? When I'm trying to listen, that's why I listen low. Like it's like you can really hear every single piece of everything. When it's loud, I'm just more so feeling the music.
It's crazy. I really won't hear some shit. If they turn it down, I'll be like, bro, I can't hear what the fuck you talking about right now. They'll turn it down. I'll be like, you got to turn it up. At least turn my vocals up. Like,
well, that's the thing. He ain't listening for the vocals.
No, but I am though. I am. I produce vocals, bro. I engineer. I'm not just making a beat for niggas like that. I mean, I've done that, but lately in my career, it's like I recorded most of them Nas songs. We didn't drop 54 songs in 2 years, won a Grammy and all that shit. And that's like
that
me,
is not regular shit.
Just in the studio with literally just me and Nas. I'm sitting there. I make the beat. I load it up. Sit there, wait, he write his shit. I record him. I make it sound decent enough for me to leave the studio with a copy till my engineer pull up and clean it up. But I'm in the trenches with it. I ain't just sitting off a beat. You know what I mean?
That is the most incredible stunt button I've ever heard in my life. The nigga was like, yeah, I just did 4 albums with Nas.
Yo, what's it like working with Nas for that long?
Crazy, bro, and it's flowing. Like we started like right before the pandemic, then that happened. You know what I mean? We put our first joint out during then, so it's just kind of we just in it, bro. We ain't left the vibe. Like it's almost like we still working on the first album, even though we didn't drop 4. We like about to be 5 albums in, and it's like it just give me motivation because it just broadened people's perspective on me. Like it's just like, yo, this thing it could do anything. You know what I mean? It's just like every time we drop, I see the respect level. I see people's just perspective just widen on who I am and they know I'm gonna be. You know what I mean?
So it excites you to keep going with the building with what you're going with now.
Yeah, and like, there's no expectations on it. You know what I mean? We ain't like, oh, we got to be the biggest, best. We got to be #1 at all times. Like, nah, it's like we gonna make some shit that we feel, and it's just translating to the people that's really tapped in.
Straight up, because the people that listen to a lot of people that listen to Nas, Kendrick, anybody that can do what they do as far as just staying on one subject matter and giving you
a story.
A story, a world to be in for however long, 58 minutes, whatever long the album is. But you know what I'm saying? Just having you in that world or having you in that moment with them for however long and shit. Like, Talk about that. Like, what is that like? Making not just an album worth of shit, but an album that's got that cohesiveness to tell the story. Like,
man, for me, it's like once we get a couple records, like I start to just really form that aesthetic. What is this gonna look like? Then everything I do, just during my days when I'm not even in the studio, I'm picking out shit. I'm hearing samples. I might be in a store. I might be watching a show that I ain't watched in years or something and be like, oh, that shit sound hard. Pull a Shazam out. Boom. Next day I'm in the studio chopping it up. It's just like, once I get into that groove, I just go, you know what I mean? And every album is shaped up to be its own world. Like, it ain't none that sound the same. And that's the ill part. Like, when we drop, people like, damn, like they going crazy. They dropping a lot of music, but it also all sound different. It's also getting better. You know what I mean? Because that's really my, like, I'm trying to get better with this shit, bro. I'm trying to be undeniable.
Incredible.
Yeah, shout out to Shazam too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He the first musician I've heard who just like, like I'll pick that shit up. And like most musicians, especially the ones who think they know, with
there
you go. Like catalog, they try to act like they already know. I be breaking myself to get to my phone if I hear some fire.
Because it's not even. I never understood that, the credit of I knew it already. Like, it's like, bro, we don't care for that. We care about the end product.
Everything creative, like motherfuckers be trying to stunt with it, man. That's just it.
But I love that about you, that you haven't given that. Like, I mean, the Nas button is like a accidental stunt. Like, that's like, you don't even mean to. You just. That's what I'm saying. It's his real life, but it's just you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people
are just saying that.
Not a lot of people.
I got more to say about it.
Like, not a lot of people go talk about doing that many albums with somebody, because like the consistency of how that's growing. Like, Nas don't just drop and then just let it go. It's like, if he just gonna keep going, especially if y'all gonna keep building on the same what is it? Y'all it was a trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna keep building on something and keep people wanting more of that, like, you know what I'm saying, just these little pockets in time or whatever, it's like, that can't do nothing but help you, because a lot of times people want to come to you just for that hit. Like, and do like, I guess that's what I want to ask you. When people come to you they be like, man, I just need a single. Do it feel like a damn,
that's what he
nigga,
does.
you just so I'm just supposed to fix your career?
Not right now, because nowadays, like, I kind of like, hate hearing that.
You know it's coming.
Like, yo, I just need that rhythmic smash. Like, man, listen, bro, you might want to hit up one of these other dudes, because I'm the type, you know what I mean? I'm the type of dude that's like, just pull up on me, bro. I'm gonna pull up some beats I feel like it'll work for you.
Yeah,
and
do
if
like
you hear
5 of them and we see if it's
we gonna see where it go. Like, I'm not the technical, you can write this shit out on the board. Like, nah, it don't work like that for me. You know what I mean? It's all feeling.
Rhythmic smash, bro. Who is that told you that?
Yeah, man, you notice that A&R talking all that. Man.
But that's I know that for a fact now. Being in some rooms, I've seen somebody come in there doing that with, like, I've been in there with my wife and people, but it'd be like 8 people. Like, seriously though, it'd be like 8 people putting their mind together, like, and then somebody would just be like, yo, you gotta go to Hit Boy. Like, it's time. Like, it's time. Like, we in there. Like, it's time. Let's go get him. Like, he gonna give me that record that's just, you get what I'm saying? Like, I've seen multiple artists that have spoke on him, like, single, go get him.
That's crazy. And
I've always wondered, as a producer, like he just said, are you sitting there like, damn, bro, like, I'm actually really creative. Like, you might get 10 singles. Like, just come sit down. Like, let's build. We don't know how we may sit down and create 10 beats that don't exist. Like,
no, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not a lot of him walking around where it's like they gonna be like that and invite you to the studio and be like, yeah, bro, we could sit down and chop it up. I got time. I'll let you come in the studio. Like, mine's like him be like, yeah, bro, I'll send you a pack. Let me know.
I literally just got a whole album. I just did a whole album that's about to drop on the 10th with Music Soul Child. That literally came from him being like, yo, I'm a fan of what you got going right now. I'm pulling up to LA. I want to work. It wasn't even like we finna do an album thing. He just pulled up, bro, and now we got an album dropping in 7 days. You know what I mean?
That's fire.
It's just like that's just what I'm on.
Albums in on people. That's what
I love that though. I love that though. He said that in the beginning. He said that in the beginning, but that's dope. But that's where it comes from. Being able to build with somebody. You feel like you got a lot of friendships in the industry due to that, just being open to sitting down like that?
For sure, yeah, definitely.
Or you feel like a lot of times when you around.
Homies, Big Sean, like I work with him a lot. We did an EP last year, like did a bunch of stuff on Detroit too. I co-executive produced that just by, you know what I mean? Obviously we go back, we did Click, we did other stuff when I was with Good Music, but you know what I mean? Just like really being open and man, really building with these people, you know what I mean? Even outside of the music, just being cool, like tapping in with people, just like really having that bond, that's serious versus just like, oh, this just like industry homie, like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just catch a nigga, try to get a quick single off, like I'm just building.
I feel that.
Yeah, you talked recently about you know, liking to, you know, not liking, but wanting to improve more.
Yeah.
What ways do you think you can improve more musically right now?
Man, shit, just overall and just like musicality wise, like really like, you know, I never took piano lessons ever, but you know what I mean? I got like a good ear for chords and shit like that, but I just want to get deeper into my piano playing. Like, you know, I feel like that's going to take me to another level. Like I just like, you know, bought a new computer, just got implemented the MPC into my workflow now, and I'm like, I feel like a superhero, bro. Like I never used the MPC, and that shit almost feel too easy, too much fun. You know what I mean? Niggas always looked at the MPC like it was this difficult thing. I'm like, nigga, this shit is just pure fun. You know what I mean?
What's an MPC?
I was just about to ask, what's happening?
That's like an OG PC equipment that like early 2000s, 90s. That's like what everybody used, and it's the pads. You know what I mean? Just Blaze.
Okay. Like just a beat maker.
The pads, yeah. So I was always on the computer making beats. I make beats on FL. I still do, but now I got the MPC hooked up to my FL, so I'm using both of them. And I just honestly, bro, I feel like just unstoppable musically, you know what I mean? Like I feel like this the most empowered I ever been, just locked in. I just like, you know, want to keep taking it to another level.
That's what I was saying.
But you just stumbled upon the MPC?
Nah, I got the Supreme MPC that dropped. Nas dropped it off to me, signed it and shit, and I didn't open it for like a year, and then I just was like, man, I'm about to implement this joint. And I started using it a couple months ago, and I've been knocking beats out so easy.
You like, I ain't going back. It's
I mean, I'm mixed them in. You know what I mean? I still use FL.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it's a cheat code. That's why he said he got superpowers now.
For real.
We do stories on this show. Give me a story where you had that, oh shit, like I made it. Like,
well, just one moment that was just ill. That was just like, oh, like this is the level up. Was when I went to work on Watch the Throne, like 2011. I'm out in New York. It's like a crazy snowstorm, one of the craziest ones they ever had. And I was just out there moving around. Like I was staying at this hotel where they was working on the music. And I walked down the block, mind you, it was freezing, like super cold. And as soon as I get to my destination, I get an email from Kanye like, yo, I need you to come up here. I'm like, God damn, I gotta walk back in this cold. Like, I just left this, you know what I mean? So I run back to the joint and I go upstairs and Jay-Z sitting on the couch, Beyonce right there. And then, you know what I mean, this is my first time meeting Hov. I had heard like, you know, like this is Hov. Like niggas done been like, man, that nigga, he this, he that. But then he was embracing me. He was asking me questions. I'm over there, it's timid, quiet, all this shit. He like, yo, where you from? Like, how long you been doing this with the whoop? I'm just chopping it with him. And I'm like, damn, this is real. I got Ye, and then Ye was bigging me up. He like, yeah, this the kid that did Christmas in Harlem, and he did all them beats I was playing you and all this shit. So I'm just like, damn, it's the level.
It's like that. Damn. Did you have like that moment was you was like, in your mind, like, damn, like, I hope they not mean, like.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it was. When I first seen him on the couch, I just froze up, damn.
Oh, you like, he probably don't want niggas to talk to him.
Nah, for sure. But then Ye was just bigging me up, and then Hov just started chopping it with me, and I was like, damn, this nigga's A1, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I always like felt like circumstances got to be right to meet somebody like that. Like
that's what I was just finna say.
It's like I would hate to. I would hate to meet him in a crowd full of people. You get what I'm saying? Like
trying
it
to push through and do his thing. Like,
you know what I mean? It's just better if it's an intimate setting. Then you get to really see, because the motherfucker ain't gotta have they guard up. They ain't gotta look around and do all that. They could just really just have a conversation with you. That had to be dope. I had my oh shit moment was really my first game when Ray Allen ran across the court. Ray Allen ran across the court during his warm-up. He do his warm-up like 3 hours before, and I was just a thirsty ass rookie. So I just like was thirsty for my first game. So I just went up there and I'm looking at the stands and shit. I'm dribbling, I'm getting in my mode. Then I go out there, I just start doing some dribble shit that I really don't even do for my workout. This nigga run over there after he ain't missed one since I've been out there. He just cashing everything. He sprint, run to the thing, was like, welcome. I was like, oh shit.
That's hard.
I was like, what? Oh shit.
Welcome.
Jesus.
Crazy.
Yeah, that man ran over there and was like, well, we played Boston. I was hyped as hell, Joe. Christmas Day. I'll never forget that. He ran over there. I was like, why he stopped his workout?
Never heard that before, people.
Yeah, he ran over there, shook my hand, was like, welcome. I was like, that shit was cold. Like, cause he was so locked in. I'm like, I ain't know if nigga even saw me and shit. Like, but he was like, you know, welcome. Like, nigga, you on the scouting report. Like, we finna go to war.
Did anybody do that for you? Like, they came in and told you, like, you
shit, Kanye came grab him.
Shit, that situation I just talked about, man, that was like similar, you know what I mean? Like, obviously looking up to and listening to Jay and Kanye and just being able to be around them, just like us in the studio, they playing my beats, freestyling and shit, like that was unbelievable.
Oh man, he was freestyling.
I mean, just vibing, coming up with ideas, you know what I mean? That Hov definitely didn't freestyle me some shit that blew my mind off. Like, how didn't you use this shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I bet he did. That's what I'm saying.
He did not. That man probably just
he
giving it
cool.
up like that, Joe. That's
cool.
I really want to know what his freestyle level is, though. Like,
We'll never know.
Huh?
We'll never know.
Nah, his wordplay is just different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, bro. Some of this stuff is like, I know he had to do that on the fly. I know it wasn't written. Because of the cadence, like, you can't write it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Some of the stuff
he been doing it, too, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to believe somebody is doing it like that easy, bro. Yeah. Every time the man has opened his mouth to start rapping, Joe, it's been out of control.
That's why he was in there vibing. Like, yeah, play another one.
How many beats you think you played him that night?
I can't call it, bro, because I was working with them over a period of time. It was like a couple weeks type shit. So
they ever like put the pressure on you and you ain't had nothing ready?
It was more so like Kanye was just kind of like bragging to everybody about how fast I could make beats. You know what I mean? Because I guess I was on FL. So he was like, he would send me a bunch of joints like samples and be like, yo, chop these up. I just remember one time he had gave me some samples, and this was when like Hov and everybody in the studio, and like I go back to my room 10 minutes later, he emailing me like, yo, where the beats at? I'm like, my nigga, like, right. You know what I mean? It's like, but that's like the shit, that's what like he needed right there. Like that also just caught me up to speed on how like truly professional shit go. Like if you want to get to that Ye level, you gotta be efficient, you gotta be quick, you gotta be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that shit I've learned
like that too.
Yeah, I've learned from, but that shit kind of rubbed off on me from T. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, being around her, like, that want it right now. Like, we got to do it right now. Like, we don't need to go to sleep. We don't need to eat.
Window,
yeah, they be like, we don't need to eat. Like, what? Hungry? Like, no. Like nigga, yes, hungry now. Everybody needs food, nigga. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? But they be
starving for this.
They be in that mode where it's just like, that's what has to happen now, or they gonna tweak, and they don't want to tweak, so they just be like on edge. Like, I've seen it, but I get what he's saying, where you grow an appreciation for it. Like, damn, it's another level. Like, and I can go to that level. I just, damn, like,
you gotta go.
I just got to
does
the
it
room.
ever become too much?
Huh?
I said, does it become too much?
We'll never know.
Yeah, I mean, it can be, but shit, man, you better just take advantage, man. Take advantage of them.
You heard niggas in Paris?
You heard that shit? I didn't know it was finna go like that. You know what I mean? I thought I was gonna maybe just have a couple joints on the album, and ended up having one, and that shit was just out of there. You know what I mean?
So tell us about winning that first Grammy.
Yeah.
That was ill, you know what I mean? Just the whole experience. I had been to the Grammys, I feel like once or twice before, and going to and winning one, that was just different. Going up on stage, being able to kind of talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was just ill.
Fire.
Man, I mean, for it to be a Grammy with them two dudes, like,
real talk,
different. You know
Real talk. Did you drink out of the Grammy?
Oh yeah, all three of my Grammys got drunk out of for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Would you have champagne?
Champagne, for sure, champagne.
I would probably be a
Hennessy.
Yeah, I would be
I think
an
I have
about
poured
it.
Hennessy in like one.
Oh, you did? Good.
Just
good,
because.
good
Just
man.
because.
Good
I
man.
feel you.
Yeah, good
like,
man.
You know what I mean? I might put Gatorade in it one time too. Like, yeah.
Ain't that gonna tarnish the
Maybe. But if
you
I
don't
ever
wanna
want one, I would be ignorant.
You don't want to tell your shorties like you tarnished your Grammy with fucking Gatorade.
The liquor would
They
do
gonna
it
be like,
before
wow.
the Gatorade.
True.
Creatively, which project collaboration do you feel like challenged you the most?
Challenged me the most, man. I would say just like the pressure of like before the first Nas project came out, just like I saw the reaction when people seen we was working together. This is when I feel like people were still in that mindset of I'm just niggas in Paris, or I'm just, backseat freestyle, whatever the case is. Like, and it was a lot of just, people doing podcasts, everything, just like they don't get it. And then when it came out, for just like the conversation to flip and them to show so much respect, like that was just like a good moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was like, it was some pressure. I'm like, damn, I don't know if they gonna rock with it. But then, I also was close to the music and I know how I felt about the music. So I just was like, we finna let it fly, and it went smooth.
I feel like that's probably brought some shit out of you too. Shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
like
definitely. I use all that. I use the good and the bad as fuel.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. Like I've always wondered that. Is it better to take from the good or the bad?
I think you take from both and you look at them the same. You know what I mean? You don't like try to let either one get to your head.
Why you say you look at it the same?
Because you can't let you can't let get too blown up by what the people saying good, but then you also can't get too down.
Like the highs and lows.
You know what I mean? You just
cosmic.
gotta like that's people's perspective on shit. You know what I mean?
You seem really balanced.
Word.
Yeah, like that's
That's what
people say that about you all the time.
I want to
like,
hear your angry beats. I gotta hear his angry beats.
He might not have it.
I need an
might not have it.
angry folder, man.
I got some. You know what I mean?
He got some
shit.
angry folder, man. An angry eye folder.
It's just got the angry emoji on it.
Yeah. Hey, if you could,
or a picture of him.
if you could work with any artist from any time, dead or alive, who would it be? Who would you be your dream artist to work
Pocket
with?
Big, that's like top two, and then probably like Michael Jackson or something like that.
Mike Jack.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That'd be
But
insane. Have you ever seen the mashups that they do with y'all shit? They mash up like a Michael Jackson song. Yeah, they'll just put a random beat on
I ain't
there.
seen that.
Yeah, they mash up. Like if you have a hot record, they will put Michael Jackson dancing, and they'll put it, or they'll take Billie Jean and put it with niggas in Paris. Like, you get what I'm saying? I mean, they didn't do that. I mean, y'all could do it now that I said it. If it sound good, like I wouldn't know how to do that shit. But
I don't know either. Don't look at me.
I've always wondered how to.
Yeah, I think somebody did put like some Michael Jackson vocals over a drill beat or something.
You see what I'm saying? Like they do shit like that. And I'm like when you hear stuff like that, is that like for you? Is that like a damn? Let me start tapping. Like, do you ever go on Instagram and be like, "Yo, that's my inspiration for today"? Damn, whoever took that and did that. Like, I never thought of that together.
I mean, for sure. Like, I try to, like I said, I draw inspiration all day from everywhere. So yeah, I'll definitely hear certain stuff on the gram or Twitter or wherever, and just be like, "Oh, that's hard." Like, even like. Wasn't the Coil Ray that was on a different beat than they put it on the Busta Rhymes beat, right? Like that Players joint. They put it on that Busta, and that went even crazier than the original.
Real
so
talk.
It's like, we in that era, man.
Yeah, if I was like a young, cause never mind. I ain't gonna say that. They gonna blow this man DMs up.
What?
I was gonna say like how much is like, do you actually check your DM for like other artists and shit and other? I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's either gonna help.
people hit me every day, man.
Yeah,
It's like you can't
does it.
respond to everybody, but then it's certain times, like I click somebody's page, I might hear something that sounds
And be
interesting.
like, yo, they fire.
I might tap in with them, you know what I mean?
Right. So basically, keep going with the DMs.
I mean, for sure. I mean, that was me
Keep
as
it
a
coming.
kid. I was flooding whoever.
That's what I wanted to
Any
say,
contact I could get, anybody I could have some type of access to. I was just being annoying, overbearing, like, you know what I mean?
Word.
That's just what it was.
That's all they
usually
got to
the way
do
it
is
go.
click on one video.
By accident.
Yeah.
By accident.
Hey, fatherhood is a major theme. We
Yes.
always bring it up.
100.
How has fatherhood changed your life?
just got me even more focused. I'm already a pretty like locked in person, but just seeing him and knowing this bigger than me now, you know what I mean? It's just like he really watching me. Like I be having, like he damn near probably would have been here today. Like, but I be taking him to interviews. He in sessions.
Oh no, we just seen him.
We was looking forward to that. We were kind of disappointed he didn't make an appearance here because we saw him on Big Boy and the man was just perfectly.
I see where his demeanor come from though. Like real talk though, I didn't know it was
balanced.
like it's very.
He gonna be 3 years old on March 20th. Like
he ain't even
a couple
yet.
weeks.
That man was chilling. He had his little headphones on.
Not one issue.
Nah, I love it though, man.
Not even a crazy face.
A lot more discipline in my life too. You know what I mean? I get him every day. Like I'm watching him Monday through Friday for sure. So it's like I'm just like not wasting no time. Like if I'm not with him, like I'm gonna use that time to be in the studio when I don't got him. You know what I mean? And when I do have him, like he been there through the process of a gang of albums I done worked on. Like literally sitting on the couch, absorbing it. So I know and.
He a little tester for you.
It's crazy, yeah, because like I was like 4 or 5 being around my uncle, going to videos and shit like that. But he been in there since 1 year old, watching Nas, watching Big Sean, watching all these great people. I'm like, ain't no telling how cold he gonna be.
Real
tough.
What I
mean?
Do you do that where you play a beat and if he like it, you like, man, I know it's a hit.
For sure. And I ask him too, like songs that come on, he be like, turn that off. Like I don't like that. He that tapped in, bro.
That's raw.
Like, for real.
He ever cut one of your beats off and you just hurt? Like, damn, I thought that
It's
was
been a couple little times. It's more so like I was playing some old school music. Like I was playing Roy Ayers, Everybody Loves the Sunshine. So I'm feeling good playing it. I'm holding his hand.
I know
the song go off. I'm like, you like that? He like, nah. I'm like, that was hilarious personally because I'm thinking it's a beautiful moment.
Oh, bro.
And as soon as it go off, he
that's hurtful when they don't like it.
Right.
That's hurtful when they don't like it.
He loved Beat It by Michael Jackson. He loved Rock With You by Michael Jackson.
Ain't that crazy?
Nuts.
Ooh. Dog, kids.
They don't really fuck with it.
They don't realize. No. They don't realize that they like somebody that ain't here no more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They think that like Junie was like, oh, so take me to go. I'm like, you can't just go check out my. You ain't discovering a new artist. This ain't something like people listen to his music now and think that this is some brand new shit. Like if you don't know about Michael Jackson and I play it, it's that in the now still.
Crazy.
That's wild though.
Timeless.
That's insane. Like it'd be it's amazing to hear people just constantly as we talk to him. His son 3, like
finna be 3. He ain't even 3 yet.
Oh well, finna be 3, and to know Michael Jackson already, like
and like it.
Yeah, and
as soon as we get in the whip,
so he doing the dance move.
Michael Jackson.
He doing the dance moves already.
Yeah, he trying to do his thing. He dancing.
You ready to buy him his outfit with the glove?
Right, exactly. He might have to next Halloween.
You got the sparkling socks
too. He might have to pull
too.
up on his MJ next year.
Oh, bro, with the little curl hanging in the front.
He not looking forward to it. He like, nah, I don't want to do all that.
Be like that, dog. I be having to do all that. I had glitter all over all my clothes the other day because she got that princess outfit on. Rue love that princess glitter, all that.
You don't know how it is till you have a kid either. Like how that love, you know what I mean? Every day it gets stronger. Like every day you just locked in more with them. It's like it's incredible for real.
Yeah, it's a real growth. Like we always talk about teaching our kids and shit, but they be like teaching us like a whole lot about our damn self. Like they be the perfect, like in a perfect world, they would be a mirror for us. Like you know what I'm saying? Like no bullshit.
Especially
it's the innocent version of me right here.
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then they
got
gonna
mistakes.
and they gonna hold you to it. Like they gonna hit you with the dad. You said. You said when you get off work, we going to the park.
Even now, like he already on that. He don't forget nothing, bro. It's wild.
What he on you about? What's the biggest thing he on you about right now?
I mean, it could be anything, bro. Anything. Like I think he forgot about something. Hours later, he bring it up. I'm just like, damn, that's crazy.
Right. Point.
Yeah.
It's raw too that they don't have nearly as many distractions as us.
No, they do. It's the focus. Like they're not used to having to focus on like 9 or 10 different things. So they can focus on one thing and that's all day long. Because they ain't looking forward to other shit either because they ain't got nothing else.
Running it.
Oh yeah.
They be on
we was just talking about that. I'm a
He
YouTube.
on the joint flipping through the phone already.
Oh yeah.
Watching the videos he want to watch. It's wild.
He watching all that shit.
He can find them on his own too, huh?
Yeah,
YouTube,
they work that shit better than us.
Kids,
they can't spell though. Like, how do they?
They got the voice for Siri. They learn that.
That and they just be having their recommendations. They just flip through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they know how to click and get the more recommendations. He slide through.
Know. He got a little time though. He finna get some personality. Wait till he turn 4.
Yeah, his
son. He's a wild boy.
His son's so cool now. His teenager shorty ass be talking to me so funny. Like he be like,
cool
oh no, yeah, I don't do that anymore. Like what, Michael? Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
Maybe shit he was doing 2 months ago. He's like,
he be like, dog, I'm off that. I'm cooler than that.
He don't fuck with Michael Jackson.
He told me not to say something the other day. I said, well, I said Joe. He said, we don't say Joe anymore. He said, people don't say Joe anymore.
So
he said, people don't sound like, bro, you going crazy.
He called the shots.
Yeah, kid's crazy, man.
The darnest shit. All right, man, before we get you out of here, we like to ask all of our guests, what are you working on personally in your life right now?
What am I working on personally?
Mm-hmm.
My patience, my...
Damn, right, you seem like you got it.
Yeah, you seem like the most patient motherfucking guest we had.
Yeah,
let me find out this thing. Get in the studio. I'm a passionate person with the people I care about. You know what I mean? So like, just the way I express myself, sometimes I just want to think about it more and just really like, you know what I mean? Just really like work on my human interaction. You know what I mean?
So it's really your delivery.
My delivery, and just kind of.
I get in trouble for my shit.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a common problem.
Yeah, I get in trouble for that. That delivery is a tricky thing. It's tricky because
you just got to do what he's doing. Like he just being a little reflective. He
for sure.
Want to do, you don't want to do everybody the same way.
Yeah, I need to focus on that same shit with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Before we let you go, all them things you was telling me earlier you want to promote.
Yeah.
Let's reel down the list, man. Take me through.
Actually tonight I got something dropping on the Creed 3 soundtrack with Blast.
Okay.
I just dropped 2 songs on Don Toliver album last week.
Okay.
Music Soul Child single came out. We dropping another single tonight. We dropping the album next week. It's called Victims and Villains. Me and Music Soul Child dropping the album with Belly. Working on more music with Nas, and I'm working on my own album called Surf or Drown. Got some dope features on there. I did like pretty much all the production. It's some ill shit for sure.
Hey man, give them your social platform so they can go follow you, stay in touch with you.
Yep, Hitboy on IG, HITBOY, Hitboy, hit_boy on Twitter. Lock in, man. I'll be trying to respond to as many people as I can and just show that love to people who really showing love to me.
Hey man, give it up for a real dude, my dog Hitboy. Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate you, man.